listen, reach for the stars, wild ones. It's Bernadette, and I'm here with your Sagittarius Tarot reading for May 2021. Oh, Saggy, you have no problem gallantly running to embrace your dreams. Always the big thinker. Listen, who doesn't love you? You're so lovable. And sometimes you overlook power in the smaller details. You are a big picture person and you just want to get there and get it, and that's it. You don't want to deal with anything else. You get tunnel vision. Fortunately, Silkworm is here to remind you that grand gestures matter, but so do small acts of spinning, shaping, and crafting your future. Now, for you, Sagittarius, this month, the Silkworm, it's weird because I just gave a reading like the night before I filmed this, and Silkworm came out for this gal, and you could see her. She was so deflated. She was so disappointed. But by the time, she wanted a wolf. She wanted a raven. She wanted something like that, and she got a silkworm. But by the time that the silkworm had spun its message, you could pick that lady up off the floor with, I don't even know, a spoon. She was just melted all over the place. It was fantastic. So, Sagittarius, please know that Silkworm has great symbolic significance and represents the power of small gestures and small steps that lead to big breakthroughs. And your idealism creates such a fertile ground for changes on the horizon, and you can weave a powerful path to transforming your future by heeding the lessons of the humble and tiny silkworm. Now, if you will, let Silkworm as a spirit totem and power animal inspire and influence you to draw on your inner resources, you're going to create works of beauty and value. And that's always really important to you. Things that, for things to be valuable, for things to have, just very well done, very well made, fine craftsmanship. Sagittarius, you love this. So for your zodiac sign during the month of May of 2021, it might be the perfect time to create a project that shows your skills and talents and also serves as an inspiration to others. So this can be a great time for enhancing your attraction energy and manifesting abundance by following your ideals and working with your intuition and creative talent. Lunar energy is really working in your favor now. And just if you'll be open to prophetic dreams, get in touch with your divine feminine nature, just that divine feminine that will allow us to receive. Now, in May 3rd, up until about the 5th, your ruling planet of Jupiter in Aquarius is in a square to Mercury in Taurus. And you may have grand plans and big dreams, as you always do. But Sagittarius, during this time frame, practical limitations will warrant your attention. So don't let frustrations repel you from acting on your higher wisdom and vision, but do be prepared to make adjustments to your plans. You might have a slight financial hurdle now, or your career may be challenged by unexpected news, but within a few days, you can really gain a new perspective that actually will lead you to the success that you always crave, right? You're the archer. You're always aiming at something. So don't put the finishing touches on a plan of action until you've adapted your plan and considered things from a few angles before you let that arrow fly. So around May 14th, Jupiter enters Pisces and may leave you feeling a sense of relief, but also more reflective and emotional than usual. And you don't like feeling emotional. You definitely don't like feeling vulnerable. So while this could bring an onset of a new phase of intuitive power and spiritual connection, certainly greater empathy, you might feel it's starting off as like a time of emotional reckoning. It's not like that. It's actually a very positive thing for you. So don't be scared. Dive deeper into your emotional side now, and you'll find a well of creativity, intuition, empathy for others, and even imagination and romance. So your dreams may become more prophetic. You may also feel like your empathic nature is expanding and encompassing greater causes. And you love to support great causes, Sagittarius, because it's your philosophical nature, right? Especially during the month of May, if you just get more in touch with that, my gosh, your creativity is going to be off the charts, and you might become more impressionable or more concerned with the emotional well-being of others. And you may feel sentimental and teary now. Go with it. Emotional clearing can really help your healing process. Now, around the 21st through 24th, Jupiter in Pisces forms a square to the Sun in Gemini, and you might feel tension brewing between your dreams and idealistic vision, and like just like it's the push and the pull, right? It's tension for your dreams and your idealistic vision, and that's pulling against your more logical and rational side, and then that side pulls back, and the next thing you know, you're like in a push me, pull me. But if you're trying to stretch too far, too thin, your plans won't take shape as well as they could otherwise. So don't give up, but please do step into the larger process and let things flow at their own pace. You might need to plant plant seeds and then just give them time to take root before you just rush on to the next phase or the next target, right? So patience doesn't come all, it just, well, okay, Sagittarius, at the end of the day, you're just not really a patient zodiac sign. It's just not really your thing. But if you can remember the lessons from Silkworm now and nurture the creative energies, and just kind of take things one step at a time. We spend this, we spend this much of our silk, and then we spend this much of our silk, and then the next thing you know, we've got the most beautiful bolt of silk on the planet. Then on the 26th of May, the full moon in Sagittarius occurs at the same time as a trine between Mars and Cancer and Neptune in Pisces. This can be a fortunate time for manifestation and attraction for you. Your ideals and visions could expand in new directions. Your practical ideas and plans can be projected on a much larger scale. It's just it could really herald a time of lucky breaks as you encounter influential people in the positions of power, because all of your plans and all of your actions and your attractions and your manifestations, it's leading you there. And, before you run out, willy-nilly like a bull in a china shop, just take this time to fine-tune your plans, dream big, and don't limit yourself because of doubts and insecurities. But if you'll just sit with it for a bit and fine-tune those amazing visionary dreams that you have, your message and vision will reach a much broader audience now. So intuition, creativity, that's feeding your plans now. And this can be a great time to make art or do creative writing, receive and deliver spiritually inspired messages. Make sure your actions are aligned with your highest ideals now, because the 20th through the end of the month, that's going to feature a number of planets in Gemini, which is your opposing sign. The Sun, Venus, Mercury, and at various points, the Moon joins the Moon's North Node in Gemini, and this can lead you to have face-to-face conflicts with people. You might have to face conflicts with your immediate plans or your higher ideals and beliefs, and you might need to find a balance between conviction and diplomacy, because you sea goat that you are, you love to blurt out things whether they hurt people's feelings or not. So, dial it back a notch, right? Communication with loved ones, peers, and romantic interests will be all in the spotlight during this time. And you may have to sort out miscommunications and find clarity with partners and loved ones before assuming others are on the same page as you. So be sure to find this clarity before the 30th, as Mercury retrograde in Gemini is only going to serve to further confuse matters. Now, wrapping it up, Jupiter transitioning Pisces as Mercury goes retrograde in Gemini in your opposing sign. Woohoo! That can serve to further blur the lines between fantasy and reality. Just try to keep yourself grounded and don't promise more than you can deliver. Hope that's helpful. Pick up your copy of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, subscribe to my YouTube channel, join gatheringofmystics.com. But the most important thing is what? To do good for animals, stay wild, and keep reaching for those stars.